welcome to my channel. In this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to install PyCharm for Python programming language and for Windows-based operating system, of course. And it's a pretty straightforward process. I'm gonna just show to you how we can do that. First of all, we need to go to the JetBrains website to download the exe file. As you can see, jetbrains.com/pycharm/download. You can type it in your browser and go there, or you can find the link to this page in the video description section. As you can see, we have two PyCharm edition. The first one is PyCharm Professional. It has free 30-day trial with it, and after that we have to pay for the subscription. This is not recommended for someone who's just begin to learn Python, and even a lot of professional developers, they don't use the professional version. So we're gonna go ahead and install the PyCharm Community Edition, and we go from there. So let's go ahead and click on download, and we need to give it a destination. As you can see, I have the previous version installed before. Save, and then we're gonna go ahead and install in the next section. Click on it, and this is what we're gonna see. We're gonna see the prompt. It asks us to go to the next step or cancel it. So we're just gonna follow the instructions here. We're gonna click on next, and we need to give it a path. I usually use the default one. You can do the same, or if you prefer a different path, you can go ahead and click on the browse and select it from there. We go to next again. Okay, so these are all optional. We don't have to choose any of these, but it's nice to go over them to see if any of you guys want to try it. So the create desktop shortcut option, it's self-explanatory. It tells you that if we select on this, a shortcut will be created on your desktop to the PyCharm application. I'm going to go ahead and select it because it's a nice feature to have. Update context menu. This will help us to right click on any folder and run it in the PyCharm. So I like this too. So I'm going to go ahead and select it. Create associations.py. This will help us to run any Python source file in the PyCharm. So if we select this, whenever we click on that Python file, it'll get open in the PyCharm instead of other IDEs. So I have only PyCharm, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and select it anyway. Update path variables, restart needed. So if we add this option, we have to restart it either when we install the PyCharm or at some point later. So this option, add bin folder to the path, would help us to run any command for our PyCharm executions in the command prompt. So I don't really use it, but it's a nice feature to have if I ever decided to run the CMD and run my code from there. So I'm gonna just have it, it's not gonna hurt. So click on next, and by default it says it'll select JetBrains, and this is the one we want. So we're gonna go ahead and click on install, and you can see the files and folders are all getting extracted. This will take a while, so in the next section I'm going to go over how to run our first application in the PyCharm. All right, as you can see, the installation is over. We've been provided with two options, reboot now, or I want to manually reboot later. I'm going to reboot later because I want to show you guys how to run our first application. It really doesn't matter if you reboot now, but you can go ahead and decide whichever you prefer. I'm going to click on finish. All right, so let's go ahead and click on PyCharm. We can see the desktop shortcut here. It'll take a few seconds. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. As you can see, I have some previous projects, as you can see here, but I'm gonna go ahead and click on new project, and I need to give the project a name. I'm gonna call it first application, and I am going to choose a different path. So I want to choose Python tutorials. Yep. Okay. All right. So we're not going to create any Git repository today, and create a main.py welcome script. It'll just create a Python file by default for us. We're not going to do that because we will add the file ourselves so you guys can see. I'm going to go ahead and create the application. Okay, great. I'm going to maximize it here. As you can see, well, you can see our first application. PyCharm is pretty efficient. So all these folders like lib scripts, the .venv environment, which is our virtual environment, it has been configured for us automatically. So if we had other IDEs, such as VS Code, we needed to do a lot of these ourselves. So we had to create the virtual environment, we had to run the scripts to do that, or we had to install some plugins or extensions that'll do those stuff for us. But PyCharm is pretty great platform. It's a great IDE. It'll do all these for us. That's why it's a great tool for all the beginners to programming. So we are going to need to create our first Python file in the virtual environment. It has to be in there. So we're going to go to here, new, and we're going to choose Python file. By doing this, we don't need to add the .py extension. We just put in the name. I'm going to call it hello world and enter. All right, we can see it here, created in our virtual environment. I'm just gonna minimize this, and okay. So the first application any programmers in any language learns is the hello world. So we're gonna do that as well. We're gonna say print double quote hello world. All right, so we can run it by just going here, or double click or right click, run hello world. All right, yep, you can see it'll got printed to our output, and this is our first Python application. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please stay tuned for more Python tips and tutorials. Don't forget to subscribe or hit the like button if you enjoyed watching this video.